Hello, everybody in Facebook land. This is Sonia Marie. How are you today? It is Tuesday, March 12th, 2019. I'm looking for my little crystal. I can't find it anywhere, but we'll be okay. 2019, it's not Monday. That's for ding dong. I took off yesterday because I had to get my little personal situation situated. I pray that everything is working well for you in your life in this moment in time. I do know that Mercury retrograde is throwing some people off, and it may be doing well for other people depending on you and your chart and how you are reacting. Hello to everybody that's coming in. What's up? John, Blake, and Shannon is here too. What's up, Portia? How are you, sweet lady? We gonna miss you in Sedona this year. I hope you can come next year. Oh, there you go. That Virgo. Hey, what's happening? Hi to everybody. Hi, Mimi. I'm glad y'all came on in. Listen, if you are in the DMV area on April 5th, 6th, and 7th, I am teaming up with Tree Incorporated, invited a sister out to do a weekend-long workshop. I would love to meet you, to see you, to hug you, to share with you what it is I know about astrology and what I know about, its spiritual touch that I have to add to it. We're also going to be talking later on this evening on Facebook Live. I will share it on my page for those that want to tap on in so I can give you some more specifics about what we'll talk about for that weekend. That's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Coast Time or Pacific Standard Time, right? So prayerfully you can tune on in, or I'll leave it up on my page and y'all can see what we're actually going to talk about. I love to see y'all though. That's April 5th, 6th, and 7th, and you can go to my website and register very, very quickly. There's only a handful of seats left because we kind of capped it. So please go there at wordlifeastrology.com/news. That's wordlifeastrology.com/news in order to register. And at the very least, just tune in this evening and see what we're talking about. So how are you handling this Mercury retrograde period? It's fucking bananas is what I want to say. It's driving me crazy, but in the best way possible. Because when you think about it, when we're always in this energy, it's always making us to reconsider, reevaluate, like I alluded to last week, just resurface some information that needs to be resurfaced. So has any X come back at the very least? Have you cleaned out your closets? Have you reorganized your life? And this is what I really want to talk about for this week though, which is a little deeper than just reorganizing and getting things together. And again, some people may feel great during this time, and it may be serving them because they are tapping into that space in which they need to kind of declutter their clutter, and it's working for them. Oftentimes, again, depending on the sign that it's in, we take it on differently, right? I felt cray-cray too. And that's why I didn't come on here yesterday, because I felt a little cray-cray and my back kind of went out. And I was just like, you know what? Cray-cray and back going out. I'm cool. I'll come on tomorrow. In any case, the point of the matter is that there's nothing really happening planetary differences that are happening this week. But what I'd like to do is to take us one step further into what this Piscean season is about, with Pisces Mercury in retrograde, with Pisces Neptune kind of like adding a little bit to it, because we don't always have a Mercury retrograde in Pisces, with Neptune in Pisces giving it a little jolt. Neptune is a beast, and if y'all don't know anything about Neptune, I'm just going to introduce you to her real quick. How you doing, Neptune? I'm good. What you all about? Well, Neptune is about the dreamy, the ethereal. It's Pisces planets. Neptune, I like to say this to all my clients, to the village and people in my workshops. Neptune is that planet of the planet that we can feel everything, but we can't touch. It's very, very intangible, right? So Neptune looks like drugs and escapism. Neptune looks like music and art and color, right? Neptune looks like intuition. Neptune looks like fogginess and haziness and confusion and delusion, right? All the things that you can feel, you know it's there, but you can't peel your dome and put it on the table and go, that's what it is, and identify that thing. Neptune don't work like that. So for a lot of people, it's heightening people's madness of not being able to control certain things, not being able to pinpoint what it is wrong with them, not being able, feeling cray-cray, i.e. bat nut, freaking crazy. But the point of the matter is that when we try to chase it, like chasing a tail and trying to figure out what that thing is all about, again, it can drive us crazy, or we can float on. We can float in that little pool, in our wave pool, and just do what we need to do. Here's the next level, or I should say do whatever comes to us to do, right? Here's the next level of that thing, in which I want to touch upon this week again, because there's no real planetary shifts that's happening. What's really happening is the moon, which is controlling our emotions, is going in and out of a couple of signs. Yesterday it was in Taurus, today is going into Gemini, tomorrow will be in Gemini, on Thursday and Friday will be in Cancer, and then it's going to pop into Leo for the weekend. So that's some definite difference in energy. Why we talk about the moon, like I was telling the village, is because the moon is our response to whatever it is that's going on. So if you're feeling crazy, if you're feeling dreamy, if you feel like you want to escape, if you feel like you can't handle whatever these situations that are coming back to be rectified, you're going to react as such, like that moon sign is suggesting and where it is in that moment. Regardless of what your chart looks like, it's about what's happening in the universe at the time, in which they call the transit chart. So let's go further. Let's go deeper into what that looks like, because Pisces is just not around and about to confuse us. Pisces is not around and about to elude us, although it feels like that oftentimes because it's extremely passive aggressive. It looks like it has no backbone. It looks like it's just like that chameleon that goes in and out and through every situation. You want to snuff, or I should say, you want to test Pisces energy oftentimes, especially those that harbor a huge ego, or those are arrogant in their intellect, on them duping, being too smart, or I should say outsmart this Pisces energy. You can't outsmart, you can't beat up, you can't dupe this Pisces energy, because at the end of the day, with it applying itself on us, it's teaching us how to love. It's teaching us how to respond. It's teaching us how to rectify situations from an internal, unconditional space. That's why it's really, really difficult for so many people, because there are times in which we think okay, I can do this. This is no big deal. That energy is just all about emotions, and it's just all about going deep, and I can deal with the depth of it, in this arrogant space in which we don't realize how difficult it is, the emotional part of it, until we actually get up in that thing. And then we want to back out. No, I was just playing. Or we want to deny everything that comes up. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Yes, y'all, to the beat. I hope this makes sense to you. The point being is that since Mercury retrograde has been going on, and since we're going further and further deeper into that thing, since we're being called to be disciplined, since we're being called to work on who we are, and more importantly, to figure out the reflections that's coming back to us. What are you seeing in other people that could be a part of yourself? What are you seeing in yourself where you have to be a little bit more compassionate to yourself to say, well, damn, I need to get through this. I need to help myself through this. I can no longer think I got it together, or not confront the situation, or have these hard conversations with some people because I know it's going to hurt them. No. There are times in which we have to have the hard conversations, and we have to have them with love. We are being taught how to transcend whatever difficulties, this is just what I said on Instagram, whatever difficulties that we're having right now, with love, with unconditional love and compassion. I tell you truthfully, As much as you think Pisces energy is some bullshit punk energy that just allows people to walk all over it, it's the toughest, hardest freaking incarnation on some level to be involved with. Energy to contend with. Why? Because it's unlike any of this humanistic shit. Humans are arrogant and they're extremely ignorant. That ignorant feeling is being tested right now. I hope y'all see what I'm seeing, right? Our ignorance is being tested right now. You can't dupe what's coming up for you any longer. Transcend it. See yourself in it. Call yourself out in it. Call the next person out with it, in love, with love. You get what I'm saying? With love. And if those people who don't want to see themselves or see whatever is happening in their face need to react from an egotistical standpoint, want to get upset or mad, just go around them. Just go around them. It's the hardest thing to stand in front of somebody's face and smile while they're like throwing jabs at you. Incredible, like just fierce jabs. Side eye, talking shit moments that really want to get at you and make you feel smaller than who you are. Y'all experience that? I can't stand when people do that shit. It drives me bananas. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Squirrel, being on the West Coast, especially in California, a lot of that happens because folks don't like to confront people in California. Not like New Yorkers will tell you you're an asshole, get out my way. People may think we're rude, but at least we tell you who you are. In California, it's always these side little kind of this and blah, 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 and you shouldn't have done, like underneath your breath, say what you want to say. Anyway, I digress. The point of the matter is this. Everybody's being called out. You think you're calling somebody else out, but you're actually calling yourself out. You know why? Because people in this vibration is not responding to that any longer. Your little side digs and whatever else that's being brought up in this retrograde moment, whatever you feel slighted by, it's not working no more. People don't care. People are not out to receive, or I should say give you attention because you don't feel like you are worthy, because you don't feel like you've had enough, because you're sad. We are transcending that humanistic, arrogant, ignorant shit. By being who we are, by being what we want to be, by being love. It's too much work to hate people. It's too much work to always have a sideline, always have a side dig. It's too much work. So I say all this to say is that if you are not experiencing Mercury retrograde in the most harmonious way, and it's possible, maybe you can look at why. Maybe you can look at the reflection that's being shown to you may not look that good. So you got to sit back and go, ooh, I could probably do better. I can probably come with a hug next time. Maybe I should apologize to them the next time I see them. Just out of nowhere. Just let me pour it on them. Maybe I can give them a gift just so I can feel like I've done my part. I'm just saying, think about what it is you need to do to transcend this earthly existence and still be on the planet. That's a freaking tagline for your ass right there. I'm just saying. There's too much going on this week to really get to the gist of it. But I will tell you this, with all of its changes and all of its needs, this is what I feel. I feel like there's these push and pulls of needing to be deep to get this point that we just made, needing to go to the surface to have a little celebration, especially when the moon is in Gemini and when it's in Leo, right? Needing to be home when that moon is in Cancer. Whatever it is that you feel like you need to do it 100% with you in mind. From the inside out. Not because somebody is making you react or do something you don't want to do. You dig what I'm saying? Yes, y'all. Y'all get this? It's so necessary. Because you don't want to be that person a week from now, a month from now, saying to yourself, you know what? I was trying to get that lesson. I was trying to see what was coming at me, but I was dealing too much with this person. I was trying to save them in their quest to be able to see themselves. That's real right there. You get that? You don't want to do that. Why? It's not like we're running out of time, but we're running out of time. I say that to say is the world is not coming to an end, but when are we going to get it together from a personal perspective? You talk about self-care. Self-care it runs the gamut, you dig? Self-care is some really hard no's. Self-care is knowing how to react to situations that maybe later put you in a position in which you don't want to be in. Self-care is knowing who you are and holding back just because you know if you go 2 steps further, it's not going to look pretty. They may think they got one over on you, but let them. When you actually transcended, let them think that. It's way too much other things to go on and it's way too many other things going on and there's way too many other important issues to confront and to love yourself and other people through. I hope this makes sense to y'all. I know it's really brief, but I had to come in and at least give y'all that. I'll be back next week, I promise, on Monday. Enjoy yourself. Have an awesome day. Have an awesome week. And know that whatever it is you give of yourself fully, of your whole heart. You may not trust the next person, but we have to trust. We have to trust God in people. Does that make sense? We have to trust the God in people. We're not trusting the person. We're trusting the God in the person, because that is the energy, the force that's going to allow us to transcend and take us where we need to be. Forget the individual and the human being. Sometimes people are doing things that they don't even know that they're doing. It's a subconscious act. We have to transcend that and love the God in folks as they can love the God in us. That's my message. And I pray that you take it to heart or, screw it and just pass it off. Some entertainment and a cute smile. Y'all take it easy, and I hope to see y'all in the DMV area. All right? Be good to yourself.